Eversource is doing emergency, look like power repair up here. I just want to give you a little footage of what's going on. What's this? Quincy and Quincy and Clarkston Street, where I'm at. Clarkson. Just want to walk up here very quick and get a little bit of footage. What's going on? Apparently, got to repair some damaged cables of some sort. Who knows? Just want to give you a little bit of footage because it is cold out here, so I'm not going to hang out here too long. See, they got the emergency generator right there. Look like at least feeding one home right here anyway. So it's probably just one home that's suffering that power loss, but they had to dig like multiple trenches, like one here, one there, one over there, and then to the manhole over there. Not too sure exactly what happened. It seems like they had a broken cable, and it is trying to figure out where the connection is broken at and fix it from there. So it is what it is. I want to give you guys a little bit of footage of what goes on in the city. Got to break it up a little bit of everything. Anything that's newsworthy, you know, or even if it's not newsworthy, informational purposes. They got this whole street blocked off because of safety reasons, because you can't bring a vehicle through there if you try it anyway. And believe me, this is not an easy job. If you got a broken wire or a broken cable, trying to repair it is not an easy task, especially in the cold. This cold weather out here is very difficult to work in. It looks like they got the cable or the piping where they need to, and they're ready to snake the cable. So I figure, you know, you really can't put a time frame on this kind of work. Another 2 or 3 hours, they should be almost done. But sometimes these jobs you can't put a time frame on, because when you try to put a time frame on these jobs, you run into another problem. So it's very, very difficult to put a time frame on this. But I'm estimating about 2 to 3 hours. They may have all the pipe back in place and the cable ran and connected. And if everything works out good, then they can start backfilling the holes in. But typically you don't want to start filling the hole until you know you got a good connection working properly, because God forbid you got to go back in that hole and do it all over again. You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure everything is up and running before you close the hole. But just want to give you guys a little bit of footage of Eversource out here working pretty much all-nighter, doing the right thing, you know. This is not easy at all. From the looks of it, it looks like only one house was affected. I see only one cable going to one, you got the two hot to one neutral, and the other neutral is carried as a ground. So just want to give you a little bit of footage. You know, I'm not gonna walk all the way over by the hole, cause all that is just a trench where they dug to find the broken cable. I don't know if it was a pinch pipe or who knows what it could have been. It could be anything. So they put, at this point it looks like they figured out what the problem is. Now it's just a matter of you know, getting it all put back together. Like I said, this is one of many things that go on. You can see how they ran the power temporarily. It goes up through the basement wall there and probably to the panel. That's the easiest way to do it. You know, I mean, it's only temporarily, so that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. Perfectly fine to do it that way. And I know these guys it's not an easy job for these guys at all, trust me. Being out in the frigid cold weather, you got emergency braking your line and you got to fix it. If it was on the other side, then they would tell the tenant, well, you got to hire an electrician to do it. But once it passes the street, if it's not going to the panel, it's out to the street, then Eversource has to supply that power to the building, at least to the building anyway. And that's what they're doing, going to bring it back to the building. Give you a little bit more footage. I'm gonna head up out of here. As you can see, it is cold out here. Any water that was running is not running anymore, put it that way. It's very, 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 very cold out here. And those lines don't go that deep. They only go just below the frost line. They probably go down about no more than 3 feet. Not even 4 feet. Like you probably could dig like 3 feet and find those lines. So it all depends on where they pitch them at. But other than that, it's not too bad.
They dropped the flag. Go ahead. Yeah,
how you doing, man? What's happening? Just get.
Just getting so close over here, that's all.
Oh, okay, no problem. Let me get.
What's going on tonight? This is boring stuff, man.
No, they had a large party on Quincy Street.
Yeah.
They
over here, right?
Yeah. A little bit of everything, you know. I try to catch a little bit of everything. So if it's good or bad, I don't care what it is, you know. I don't venture too far on the C11 side, though.
We just on the B2 side.
Yeah, exactly. But I get a little content here and there, you know. It's not too bad. I give these guys coverage for being out in the cold weather, because it's not easy.
Freezing out.
It's definitely not easy being out in this cold.
What's your website? Which website are you?
Mine is the External Affairs Porter.
What is it?
External Affairs Porter.
External Affairs Porter?
Yeah, if you look it up, You see it. External Affairs Porter.
What do you want? What social media sites you want?
Just YouTube.
Just YouTube?
YouTube. I don't do a lot of. I don't do too much Facebook. Mostly it's all on YouTube.
Alright.
Occasionally it might be on Facebook, but not too much.
This is boring stuff, man.
Yeah. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, can you try to call back, get a location on that?
I guess those guys were a little I don't mind helping people out. Like if they got some questions that I can answer them, I don't mind helping them out. Like I'm not gonna be rude and ignorant. Like unless somebody's rude and ignorant to me, then I'll be rude and ignorant to them. But they were more or less questioning like what I was doing, and I told them I gather information for people, you know, general public. Could be advertisement, informational purposes, whatever. And I know a lot of you guys can say, oh, you don't have to give me a name, you don't have to do that. Yeah, that's true, I don't have to do all that. But sometimes, you know, you got to give a little to get a little, you know what I mean? And it all depends on the situation, too. Now, if he came up to me with a hostile attitude, then that's something I can understand. But as long as somebody is polite and cordial with you, you give it back to them, you know. It goes a long way, trust me. You never know where you meet people in life where you might need a favor, and there that person is again, you know. And I see it happen time and time again where I see people, they come to me for favors when they treated me like crap, and I look at them and I ask them, you know who I am? And they look at me like, yeah. I say, so what do you think I should do, you know? And they're wondering, like, what am I gonna do? And I'm always a nice guy, so I do the right thing, you know. But some person may not be the nice guy, so it all depends. Just some food for thought. And I am on the C11 side. I don't venture out on the C11 side too often, but, well, then again I do. I do end up on the C11 side quite often than I expect to be. Like I said, it's not really much to report over here other than the fact there is one house without power. Well, they have power now because of the generator, but they might have had an overload in their circuit. And typically in the cold weather, is where you get a lot of those problems, because you get the expansion and contraction on the wires. And it could be a loose connection, or it could be like a partial break of a wire that causes that. I've seen it happen before, where you get a little moisture on a wire, and it will keep the contact for quite a while. You can have a corrosion on the wire, and it'll run the contacts for quite a while until you get that little overload that just brings it out. So like I said, just want to get a little content what's going on out here. Didn't want to be out here too long because it is cold. Like I said, it's very, very cold out here. Let's take a walk back down Quincy Street so I can head up out of here. But once again, it's Eversource doing an emergency line repair, you know. And I seen it where it happened where you lose one phase, or sometimes you just lose the neutral altogether. And just to show how cold it is out here, I'm gonna show you a patch of ice that, if you're not paying attention, you will fall and bust your whatever. Now, just take a look at this right here. This is it's a nice slick sheet of ice right there. A nice, good one. Now, if you're not paying attention, matter of fact, I'm gonna take my time too, just in case I fall. Then again, you don't know what's gonna happen out here. You can fall easily. It's easy to go down. It's hard to get back up. So we might be getting some of that cold weather that Texas have gotten, because we are getting it up here now for sure. I'm not too sure how far Texas is from us, you know, climate-wise, but we're seeing a lot of, look at this, ice, slick ice spots. Whole sheet of ice. That's serious. Somebody not paying attention will come out their house and slipping down for the count. That's why it's very, very, very important. Pay attention to your surroundings. I think I covered up. Another thing we're going to start having too, just be aware of, if you start seeing a lot of water main breaks, this is usually the cause of it. Cold weather, expansion and contraction. It may not happen on the first one, it may be on the second, but the third one you get a big water main break. So keep in mind, power failure and water utility failure in general is usually caused by the cold weather. Till next time, guys. There's Porter. I'll catch you on the next one.